today we are doing a full face of first impressions, so let's get into it. Hi everyone, hope you're doing very well. So yeah, today we are doing a full face of first impressions. I have such a mixed bag. I have some things that are a little bit high end and some things that are very affordable. So let's go into lips first, because I have a lip balm that I wanted to try. So I have this new one by Maybelline. So this is their Lifter Glaze, and I got this on their TikTok shop, which I am loving. The fact that we are getting so many new things on TikTok shop before any of the stores. So this is in the shade Latte Crush, and I think at the time that I purchased this was like the only shade that they had, and that was fine by me because it's a really nice like deep tone. So I'm actually just going to use it to kind of hydrate my lips because my lips are quite dry today. So let's get this on. That's very hydrating. I mean, it smells so nice. I mean, it says it's an oil balm, so I'm not sure if that means it's just a lip balm or it's a lip oil or anything like that, but it's definitely given me like a bit of a glaze. So while that kind of settles in, let's go into primer. So we're going in with Maybelline again, and we're going to go in with the Grippy Serum. So I don't think I've actually used this on my channel. I have used this on my TikTok. So this is their new 24-hour primer. So this is meant to be like a gripping primer. So you know how you've got the Milk one and also like the Elf ones that they've now become really popular. Maybelline have now released theirs. This was gifted to me, so I have tried it and I do like it a lot. So what I'm going to do is just take some, obviously, onto my face and then blend it in. I might use a brush because if you're kind of new here, I don't like applying makeup with my hands. My hands are very clean, but it's just a sensory thing. Like, I don't like touching icky stuff. Like when people are putting on their makeup with their hands, I get such an ick towards it. But I'm just gonna blend this in, and it is very hydrating as well. I mean, I have seen like people online, you know, like they do with the Elf one and stuff like that, where they just like stick stuff to their face. Again, I don't like that at all, but I'm just going to blend this in. So now we're going to go on to foundation / concealer. So this is new by L'Oreal, and I got this on their TikTok shop as well. So this is their Skin Ink, and when I saw this, I was like, this packaging looks insane. And I must admit, online, it didn't completely tell me what it was. It says it was a foundation, but I kind of read online that it's meant to be like a duo with a foundation and concealer. And when I received it, I was like, this is tiny. Like, this is actually really small for a foundation. But I'm intrigued to see if it's kind of like full coverage or what the coverage is on it. So I got the shade 20 Neutral, and they have quite a decent shade range, I must admit. So I'm just gonna kind of get this in my usual places. I'm not going to go too heavy in case it kind of is full coverage, but we're going to see how it goes. I have a brush to use today, and let's just kind of blend this in. So kind of like a first impression on it, I am adding a little bit more because I don't think the coverage is like crazy full coverage, which was okay. I mean, it's a tad yellow on me, and then it's a bit difficult these days for me to kind of match myself online, because obviously if it was available at the time like in Boots or anything like that, I would have a look at the shades. But because I was so eager and I went on the TikTok shop and I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna buy it, and I think at the time when I purchased it, it was on sale, so it was like $11.99 or something. And TikTok shop always have some kind of sales on, like even when they're live they have a lot more sales. But I've been enjoying L'Oreal so much recently. Like, I've picked up quite a few of their things, and I have their kind of Lumi Glass that I'm going to use later. But I'm just blending this in, and it's looking fine. I mean, around my nose, which is like my very dry area, it is collecting quite a bit, so that doesn't look the best, unfortunately. And then on my chin, it is slightly dry here. I mean, we're just going to kind of blend it in, and I'm going to add some other products obviously on top to see how it goes. Yeah, it's kind of like separating here. I think next time I will try with a sponge just to see if it will kind of give me a different type of coverage. I was going to do one on the other, like brush on one side and sponge on the other side, but I kind of forgot to get a sponge, but it's fine. So we're just going to continue. We're going to go on to like a bronzer. So this is by Maybelline as well, and I purchased it at the same time that I got the lip balm. So this is their new bronzing stick. So this is the lifter stick, and it's a multi-use face stick. One thing that I can say, which is slightly annoying, it was kind of out of the like thing when I got it. It's the same as the kind of Lumi thing, where these kind of like roll things just kind of break out of the packaging, and you can see that it's been stuck to the top anyway. This is in the shade 35. I think there's a few shades, not many, so I'm just gonna kind of just do it where I would normally like bronze, and let's just blend it in and see how it goes, because again, I just don't want it to be like too heavy, because again, my bronzing and contouring skills are slowly getting better. So I'm just going to blend this in, and it seems to be doing okay. Just making sure I blend it in properly, because I don't want it to look completely stupid. Alright, so that is quite buildable. I mean, I put on like just kind of one layer and it's looking completely fine. Again, it blends out super nicely. I think again it is quite affordable. I don't think it is, and the thing is, Maybelline are very affordable anyway, so it's not like it's a crazy expensive product. And so far the foundation is okay. I mean, I don't know if it's the primer that's kind of making it an issue, but obviously around here, like I mentioned, it's quite dry, so you can see I've got some dry patches here. And it's starting to congeal on my top lip, which is one of my main issues. Let's move on to blush. So I'm so excited because I made an order on Sephora when they had their first ever like kind of Sephora sale, and I finally picked up a Made by Mario blush. I know, look at me being quite bougie. I picked up 2 other things that I'll be using today, but in my samples are really bad. Like the samples on like Space NK are really good, and then the samples on Sephora, which are pretty pants. So I got a sample of the Bioderma, I think it's like a makeup remover, and then also the Professional stuff by Benefit, which is okay. You get like 3 things, and I've tried all of these anyway, and the other kind of samples were pretty naff, so I was like, you know what, it's better than getting nothing. So I'm just so excited that I finally picked up one of his blushes, and I got the shade Rose Crush. And I was literally on the Sephora website for so long just trying to decide what to get, because I just like, you know what, I know that I don't need to get anything, but at that moment I was like, you know what, I'm going through a tough time right now. I just want to kind of treat myself, and I know I do that a lot, and I know the whole point of like this year and my project pan is to buy like as less as possible. But you know what, if a girl gets a chance to buy Makeup by Mario at such a good discount, I'm going to take that chance. So I am very excited to try this, and I have not tried anything by Makeup by Mario before, because again, his stuff isn't the most affordable, but every time I go in Sephora, I like to kind of see what's there. But when it comes to blushes, I knew that a blush would be the first thing that I would try. So we are going to take my brush, and we are just going to tap it in. Let me get a mirror so I can see what I'm doing. Oh, yes. It's a nice kind of golden shade, and I think at the time they had all the shades available, so I was kind of trying to decide which one would work for me the most, and this is again very nice. So I'm just going to tap in a bit more. I'm just building it up because I know I like to look like a clown, but I just want to make it look nice and glowy. I really like that a lot. I mean, again, it's not every day that I'm going to be able to buy a Makeup by Mario kind of blush or anything by him, but you know, a girl needs to treat herself every so often, like I say. So let's go on to the highlighter, and again, this is the Lumi Led Glass, and like the Maybelline thing, this was the first thing that I had that kind of issue with, where it's kind of come out of the pan essentially. But I do quite like this. It's one that I have tried on my channel before, and it is super glowy, and again by L'Oreal. I've never tried like too many products by them, but I do really like what I try, so it's giving me a really nice glow. I think the blush itself did give me a kind of glow itself, but the highlighter just gives me a bit more oomph. And now we've got a setting powder. So by Sephora, I have their 24-hour matte powder, and I've been trying to find a good setting powder recently, and I don't want to use loose powders because they just make such a mess. All the loose powders that I own, so I've got the one by Melt Cosmetics, like their Universal Monsters one, the Fenty one, the Huda one, they just make such a mess, like in the actual like packaging itself, that it gets me really annoyed. So I like to kind of buy like fixed setting powder, so I just thought I would pick this up. I didn't realize how small it is. This is in the shade Universal, and one thing that I've said about Sephora before, that their makeup is very expensive, considering like they're kind of meant to be like their own brand type of thing, and I know that they sell a lot of kind of like higher end things, but their makeup I feel is a little bit like, yeah, just higher end for what it kind of is. And again, for how small it is, I think this was about £10-11 for this, and it is pretty tiny, but you know what, it's done the job. I mean, will it last 12 hours? I have no idea. I'm not going to test it out for 12 hours today because I literally I'm at home today with baby, we're chilling, and I'm not going to be having this makeup on for 12 hours. So let's go on to eyes, and this is a product that I had such a long time ago. I got rid of it, and I was on the ELF website, and I was like, you know what, I need to pick this up again. So this is their Hot Jalapeno mini eyeshadow palette, and this was one of the first mini eyeshadow palettes that I picked up by them. And if you have never tried this eyeshadow palette or any of these type of formulas, I highly recommend you buying them. They have so many, I think they have about 10 or 12 variations. This has to be one of my favorites, so I'm actually just going to kind of go in. I'm not going to go into like too much detail because again, I have used it many years ago, but I'm going to try and just use like every shade. So I'm just going to kind of like do a bit of a quick look. So yeah, it's a really nice kind of like simple look that you can do with just 4 shades, and I'm pretty sure the palette is like £3.50, £4. It's so worth it, it's so good. So we're going to go into the Revolution Wrap Mascara, and again, this is new, but it's not new in my collection. I have used it a few times already, so I'm just going to build this up. And then now to finish everything off, my lips have actually dried down with the lip glaze, so now we're going to go in the Sephora lipstick, and this is in the shade number 17, and this is their matte lipstick. And I've tried so many of like a couple of different versions of their lipsticks, but not tried this formula. So I have like Sephora part of like my favorite brands, which I believe you get like 10% off, and then on top of the sale I think you got another discount as well. So I'm just going to go in with this shade. Let's go. So this is my finished look. Let me know what you guys think. Let's do a quick kind of rundown of everything while I kind of look a bit closer in the mirror. So the foundation, it's okay. I will try it with another primer. I will try it with a sponge just to see if it will be less kind of separating, because it really does emphasize a lot of my dry parts. The primer is very nice. The lip balm is very nice as well. It's nice to kind of wear like a tinted lip balm just for like casual everyday. The blush is stunning. I mean, I've heard only good things about the Makeup by Mario collection, so I'm very happy that I finally picked one up. The bronzer is nice. It's nothing crazy special, it's fun. The palette is a great nostalgia for me. I love using it so many years ago and bringing it back. And then the mascara is great. And then the lipstick, it is very kind of like mushy, so when I put it on my lips it does like explode, but it is great. So let me know what you've picked up recently, anything that you have been enjoying, and thank you so much for watching. I hope you have enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, because I film and upload every time I get a chance to. Don't forget to follow me on any of my social medias, because I'm always active on there, and appreciate you sitting down listening to me ramble on. I hope to see you soon. Bye.